Hey, welcome everyone. In this video, I'm doing a review of the Toyota Remote Connect app for smartphones, which aims to provide convenience to access Toyota resources and minor car control. In fact, the app can work from anywhere in the world in my testing. Using the app does require a subscription though. As of this recording, it's $11 a month Canadian or $9 a month US. Setup is incredibly easy. Make sure you have your VIN number handy. Open the Toyota app on your vehicle's touchscreen display and follow the on-screen instructions. It'll instruct you to install it on your Android or iOS device, and then that's pretty much it. So anytime you try to open up the app, you'll be forced to log in. So it could be through a password, fingerprint reader, or your facial recognition, depending on which phone you're using and how you set up your security. I'm using this on an Android device. Sometimes it might load a little slow. I noticed that the app will be sluggish at times. It's kind of random and sporadic, so something to be mindful of. The main screen, which you have, is the My Garage if you want to select more than one Toyota vehicle, if you have more than one in your inventory. For me, the home screen just basically shows my Toyota Highlander XLE Hybrid as my odometer reading, distance until the empty on my gas tank. And if you hit View Status, you basically get a status of what's the lock status of your doors, windows, rear hatch, and everything. Basically, are those items locked or closed, even including the moonroof. You have your Trip A and Trip B details as well. So it's a really high level recap of your vehicle status. Going down a little bit lower, you have remote services. This is very basic controls. You can start and stop your engine, lock or unlock the doors, or activate the hazard lights. So just to demonstrate, I'm not going to turn on the car because it's in my garage right now, but if you wanted to lock the doors, you just press and hold, and you have to wait, and it sends the command. The same method for starting and stopping the engine, you press and hold, and it'll send the command over. As you can see, it does take a fair amount of time. In my testing, whether on Wi-Fi or mobile data, it doesn't really make a difference. It takes between 10 to 30 seconds, give or take. So as you can see now, it's giving me an alert that all your doors are already locked. So that gives you an idea how long it averages in terms of time. Guest driver settings is pretty cool. So what you can do is say, for example, these are templates. One is for valet service. So what you can do is set a speed limit. So you literally cannot throttle how fast your vehicle goes. What this basically does is set a speed limit. So if the valet service is going faster than 30 kilometers an hour in this example, I'll get an alert saying that someone's speeding with my car. You can set a curfew, which is basically time and date of the week. So you'll know if the engine has been turned on during that time. So basically know if the car was used during that time. So that's probably better for maybe young drivers in your house. You know, if you want to set a curfew, if they don't stay out too late. Total kilometers is how far they can drive. Aerial limit is basically how far away they can go from your location. So total kilometer limit is maybe you're allowing them to go on a long road trip. Maybe you want to cap at 200 kilometers. You do that there. Aerial limit is how far they can go away from you. So for example, if I don't want them going further than 5 kilometers away from the house, that's where I would set it, and I'll get alerts if they do. Total time limit is how long they've been using the vehicle for, how long the ignition has been on. And ignition on is even if the car has been turned on. So for example, if you're lending your keys to your kid to go check something in the car, you want to know if they're going to even turn on the ignition, you will get alerted for that. So again, it's the valet template. There's a family one. You can play around with the settings and set up your own custom settings if you want to. So these are alert services. So very good for valet service. If you're lending a car to someone, you just want to make sure if they're goofing around or not. And that's that. A little bit lower shows you where your car is last parked, which is good if you're visiting a town you're not really familiar with. And that's pretty much it. Recent trip is kind of a brief history of where you've been driving. So let's go down to driver pulse, which covers some of the items. You might see this 100 score over here and details like that. Driver pulse is kind of like the same thing. What it'll do is recap, your driving performance. Did you have fast acceleration? Did you have harsh cornering? Basically means how fast did you go around certain turns and harsh braking. This is not accurate, okay? So from what I've noticed, I believe it's using the GPS on your phone or your car somewhere to determine all these items. Kind of similar to how insurance companies will track your cell phone app to see if you're a safe driver and give you a better discount. The reason I say this is because majority of the time, I'm the type of driver that when I see a red light coming up, unlike other people, I actually let go of the gas. I don't race to the red light, which I see too often. It's really weird. So I actually let go of the gas and just kind of roll until I come close to the red light, and then I press the brake. So to see harsh braking on my most recent trip, that's not possible. I'm not sure where it gets the information from. So I would take driver pulse with a grain of salt. It's not like Toyota's going to give you a discount on your leasing rate or anything. At least as of today, they don't offer that service. So it's just more of an FYI, nothing to be concerned about. Roadside assistance, this is be valid as long as you have certain warranty available. Depending on where you live, the warranty differs everywhere. But you can call for roadside assistance. So this could be something as far as like getting your car towed, if you need a battery boost, if you need a tire change. So basic roadside services are available. You can book a appointment at a Toyota official shop for maybe a maintenance, like an oil change, brake change, whatever you want. You can do it straight from the phone. Vehicle health report will basically give you high-level information of, is there a recall notice on your vehicle, which I think is handy to have in a phone app. The current vehicle status, no alerts for my Toyota. And then it kind of tries to gauge the quality of the engine oil and is a smart key. How's the battery health on it? Because you don't want it dying on you, but there is a way to get around it. If it does die, you can still use it with your car. There's also the manual for your car and other guides available within the app itself. And then also just general information. This is more FYI and marketing information near the bottom, getting to know your connected services, basically how to use the remote app, which is ironic is at the bottom of this app on how to use it. It should have been at the top, but whatever, you're watching this video which kind of covers it. And just more information on what might be available with your Toyota connected services. Again, some of these services require you have the subscription fee I mentioned earlier. Some of them might not even be available in your area. These services will depend on your geography if they're available or not. In app marketing, it's pretty self-explanatory. Now, if we were to go to notifications, you actually see a history of what was done. So for example, 4 minutes ago, I tried to lock the doors, but the doors are already locked. Something else is a bit different. Here, back 10 days ago, I did use the app to, remote engine stop. I wanted to stop the remote engine start. I don't know why I did that, but you can do that through here. So you'll see a history. I notice it goes back about 3 weeks worth of data, and that's pretty much it. Account is where you can manage your personal information, your sign-on information. Maybe you want to change it to just password, no fingerprint reader. Payment method, so if you want to continue your subscription or cancel it, and just general information such as that. So that's pretty much the app recap in a nutshell. It's a pretty basic bare bones app. Again, the performance is okay. I would say 1 out of 10 times it kind of like crashes and fails. It takes forever to load up. I just kill the app and have to restart it again. So do you need this app? No. Is it nice and convenient sometimes? 100% absolutely, I agree. In fact, one of the things I noticed is that view status is that if you exit the car and the car will notice that there's no one sitting in any of the passenger seats or the front driver's seat, and you left your car unlocked for about, 5 minutes, you'll start to get alerts on your phone saying that your doors are unlocked or your hatch is open or something to that extent. So it's kind of convenient in that sense. Again, not a stellar feature that it's a must-have, but something to consider. And that's pretty much it. I hope this kind of helps you decide if you want to purchase a service or not. And that's a wrap for me. So if you found this video useful, be sure to check out my social links in the video description. Hit the like button, it does help. Subscribe, and thanks for watching.